everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Today is my birthday, but in the meantime, for something for me to do, because my husband's at work, it's also my wedding anniversary as well today, 20 years. I will post a picture in the corner for you to see. But today I've just removed my previous nails after having used the cocoon method by Anne Elizabeth, and some of my girls have been asking me how to do it, so I'm going to run through it with you today. Those are my nails. They've come off intact. My nails underneath, I've kind of done this hand ready with my little layer of builder gel. You can see the state of my nails underneath. Unfortunately, can't get this to focus for you. There we go. So you can see the state of my nails underneath. They don't look brilliant, but they've got a layer of hard gel on. They're entirely protected, and underneath that I'm using something called Nail Grill by CGP to feed my nails, and I would highly recommend this stuff. It's a builder gel. It goes underneath your proper gels. Now, until now I've been using normal nail varnish treatments, which are no good. They're no good under gel, guys. It works, but it doesn't work, you know. Your gel doesn't really stick to it, but this is the holy grail for bitten nails, for crumbly nails, for, you know, nails we're having trouble with. Just give it a go if you can get your hands on it. But it's called Nail Grill by CJP, and you can find it at cgpnailsystems.com. They ship internationally as well, so that's handy to know. I'm using my IBD builder gel. I'm going to fix this hand. You're going to see me do that. All I've done is filed back what was left from this set here. So I've just filed it back, tidied up the cuticles, and I'm just ready to apply another top layer of builder gel. You can see this one here has kind of lost most of the builder gel from it, so I'm going to have to reapply that one. So what I'm going to do first of all, before I do this, is I'm just going to pop some of this on, because the nails are dehydrated. I have filed them, but I'm just going to pop some Nail Couture primer on, so that we are good to go to put our hard gel on top. It's the IBD hard gel in pink, which is absolutely gorgeous. And so normally I would just put this on a natural nail, but you know, this is going to get in all those little spaces, you know, around your cuticle and whatnot. This one is probably my best nail. This one is the one that's grown the best underneath, and I'm really happy with that one. And just watching the progress, you can see my natural nail underneath. My nails are like this due to 6 months of Mounjaro last year, where I didn't eat. I wasn't taking any vitamins. I was being silly. I lost 6 stone, but it was to the detriment of my health. I lost my nails, some hair, really had a tough time. So yeah, so I'm just putting this primer on top, just to make sure that I've got something for that gel, new gel to stick to. Oops, that's too much. I'll let that dry off a little bit. So yeah, so I've just popped some of that on first, and then, and you know, this is the cocoon method by Anne Elizabeth, and normally I put a little base coat of Nail Grill on and then go in with the IBD gel, but because I've already got some on my nails, all I'm going to be doing is topping it up. I'm using my little, I'll put this to one side so I don't need those just yet. I'm going to use my little round brush that I got these on Temu. There's a 6-pack set. It's a little bit worse for wear, but it does for hard gel, and the bristles kind of come together for that. So on the first nail, this is with my non-dominant hand, guys, so just bear with me. On my first nail, I'm just doing a little tiny overlay, really, just to make sure that it's on there, and you know, I've got something. We're going to use cat claw nails today. And I'm going to try and make them glow in the dark, a bit of glitter on them, some, I don't know, cateye maybe. I want them reflective. I want something really special, because A, it's my birthday, and B, it'll soon be Halloween. I've no chance of keeping cat claws on till Halloween, but I don't really want spider nails and ghosty nails and all of that. I'm too old for that. Can't be bothered. Guys, I'm nearly 60. What do I want Halloween nails for? So I'm going to do pretty nails. They're going to be pretty ones, but they are going to be cat claws. I've had them on before, and they're actually really comfy, although they are very long. Don't let that put you off because of how they sit on the nail, they actually allow you to use your fingers. Now all I'm doing is just putting a little base coat down there, look, very, very thin, over the nail, and then I go back in to my builder gel and I grab a blob like this, and we just take it off this side if we can, just get rid of that stringy bit, roll it up like that, and then you just pop this blob on top and it automatically goes to your cuticle without, you know, overfilling it or flooding it, as they say. And you just go side to side, make sure your side walls are covered. You have to come all the way around sometimes and just extend that nail very slightly on the end, and that's it. That's all you have to do with your builder gel. Okay, what you do next is actually more important, to be fair, so I'm just going to demonstrate quickly putting my builder gel on for the time being, and I'll speed it up and pop some music on for you to listen to. So I'll be back in a minute. Just leave some gel on your brush, it's absolutely fine as long as it's not cured. And then I'm just grabbing my flat brush and I'm going to come back down the sides on each nail just to make sure that they're quite flat and straight all the way down, especially this one here. You saw me wipe that earlier, so just a little wipe to this one, and just take it off down the sides just like this. You can just use a little bit of alcohol as well on the brush. That will also similarly remove it quite simply, like so. And this is just before we put them in the lamp. This one here also slipped a little bit. But everything can be fixed with the drill afterwards. So, you know, please don't worry if it's, you know, not where it should be, if it's kind of escaping a little bit. That's fine, you know, it'll all be fixed later with the drill. So I just like to come around my nail because they're so short and make sure I've not got any gel on my skin, because I do not want any allergies. My nails are already fragile, and so anything like that would just put them back. They are beginning to grow and I'm quite pleased with them today. So at the moment I'm not looking for perfection at all. I just want the nails to have the gel on. So I'm going to now cure them for 60 seconds. So next up, the next job, so these have all been cured. First of all, give them a wipe with alcohol very quickly, just a quick wipe over just to take away that inhibition layer from the nail. And then I'm going to pop in my mini mandrel and just go round and even everything up, because it will be a bit lumpy bumpy with the gel. That's quite normal. You can see on the hand that I've fixed that there isn't any of that anymore, so that all kind of goes as soon as you've filed them over. So I'm going to get noisy now. You're going to hear my little extractor where I am going to, I shall just hold my camera like that for you, where I'm going to use my extractor to file around my nails on my non-dominant hand. So this is my new Melody Susie drill, just brand new. and I've got it on about half speed. So it's on about 10,000 maybe RPM to 15. And just go over the top like this, round the cuticle area, maybe a little bit faster. I'm back. So once your builder gel has all been filed and back into place and it's comfortable, it's just a thin layer on your nails that's going to protect them underneath what you do next. The next step is to put a top coat on. Now I'm using a no wipe top coat, but I will wipe it, and then after that the Jello goes on. So today I've got my Cocoist Ultra Glossy non-wipe top coat gel. This is what worked for me. I'm not sure what Anne Elizabeth used or how her method worked, but this is what worked for me last time, girls, and I've got the nails to prove it. So yeah, it's up to you which method. I'm not entirely sure if I followed it 100%, but I just want a thin coat of top gel on top of the hard gel, and then we pop it into the lamp. So I'm going to do both hands. I'll put some music on, speed this process up, and you can come back to me when I'm done. The nails have been cured, and even though it's a no wipe top gel, I'm just going to give it a quick wipe over anyway with some alcohol just to clean everything up, make sure there's no dust anywhere, and clean the nails up. And my next step is to apply the only peel off based gel I have. Actually, I've got a Born Pretty one which didn't work for me at all, unfortunately, but you know, it's very individual. What works for one person might not work for another, so you know, it's all about touch and go and trying things out. So today I'm going to use the Jello. Now, because I've wiped off that top coat, I think that is the magic step to when you take the nails off again, you're left with your builder gel. So I think because I've used the top gel, then wiped it, and then I put the Jello on top, it's just a thin layer over all of the nail. This is why I'm keeping my builder gel underneath and protecting my poorly natural nails. And hopefully within 3 months there should be some noticeable difference. I have already got some growth. You can see this on this nail here. Once I take my builder gel off, which I do around about once a month because I'm changing my nails every week, and obviously during that time I don't want to see any builder gel come off because it rips the nail again and you kind of starting again from day one. It's an absolute nightmare. So yeah, I leave it on even if there's old product underneath, as long as you remove all the lifted product before applying the next coat of builder gel. And then, as I say, you file that down to a nice thin layer, add your top coat, wipe off the top with some alcohol, and then apply your peel off base gel. So I'm just waiting for that to cure, and I'll be right back once I've done the other hand. When you come around to removing the nails, you use the 1 Kill remover, again from Jello that comes with the kit, and just a drop of that, leave it for 5 minutes and the nails will pop off with an orange stick. So once the base coat is put on, you're basically ready to apply your nails on top. Now it doesn't matter whether you use nail forms, whether you use Gel-X nails or nail tips or acrylic or whatever, polygel, whatever medium you put on top, it doesn't matter. You will still be able to get it off with your 1 remover, or even soak them in warm soapy water and then apply some cuticle oil, lots of it, warm cuticle oil, just leave it. They will pop off. You will get them off. I don't know what's in this stuff, but it is pretty magic. Any kind of peel off remover, I reckon, would work. I think they're all the same, but anyway, try and use what comes with your kit. So these are the Russian jewel forms from Nail Couture. I love these. I've had them on once already. They're absolutely amazing. They're really long and they have a totally high apex, as you can see. So there's where it would sit, because this line here has to be straight on your nail. So that's a lot of polygel or whatever you use to fill it. So I'm going to use some of this Iokitech Clear Builder Gel, which is brand new. I haven't used it before, but I bought this because I think it was Crystal at Blue Rose Nails who recommended this stuff a long time ago, and I thought I would give it a try today in a cat's claw nail, because it takes so much stuff. So let's have a go. So first of all, let me just tidy up my space a little bit. I only have a small space to work from, so I'm going to get myself a table cover because it gets a bit messy, some alcohol, and then we'll be ready. I've sized out my tips, I've got my alcohol ready, I've got a little fast cure lamp ready, and this gel just needs to be opened. See if I've got something to open it with. Probably not. Bear with me. These little sticks. So I'm going to open this gel and we'll have a look at it. So I don't know what the viscosity is like or anything. I haven't tried it. Nothing like that at all. I just want to open a little bit. I don't want to open a whole lot up. This is not sharp enough, guys. I'll be right back. So let's just put this up around the edge, like so. I want to leave some of the lid so that I can just keep it covered, because if it gets tipped up, it goes everywhere. So this again is another hard gel. This can be used for building, for nail extensions, for putting nails on, nail art. I'm making a real pig's ear of this, just to pull it back. So this is quite thick. I'm liking this. This is a nice consistency. It can be very sticky, but yeah, we've got a lot of nail to fill. So let's put that in there till it's clean. Okay, so let's get some into our form. See how we go. And if this doesn't work, then I'll try something else. I'll use polygel, that's fine. But I just want to use this because I know that I've got lots and lots of clear gel, and the effects I can get from clear gel are, you know, really good. So I'm going to try and pop this in here without too many bubbles, but it doesn't matter because we are going to be doing nail art on top. But I mean, we don't want bubbles anywhere so that, you know, the gel isn't sitting properly on your nail. So just going to pull that up the nail like so. Let it sit for a bit. Grab some more. This is a really nice gel. So yeah, I'm just trying to get it in there without any bubbles. We'll have a look in a minute when I'll turn it over. And I thought this might be one of the quickest ways to do these. I've done them before and used nearly a whole tube of blooming polygel, so I wasn't very happy about that. You know, you're just having one a week. I don't want to use all my polygel. So I'm just popping it in there and popping any bubbles that I see, because it's a builder gel. That's quite easy to do. I'm just going to let that sit for a second. Very stabby. I know Stacey at Fifi's Faffin Nails would love these because they're so stabby. So yeah, we've got a few bubbles in there. You can see So obviously I don't want that to affect my top layer because I'll end up having to go over them. So I'm going to just try and get those bubbles out and get another one of those little sticks might help. Oh, I've just dropped about half a dozen on the floor. Doesn't really matter, I could get them after. But yeah, these little sticks might just help me spread it out just a little bit more without too much trouble. I'll get rid of those bubbles. This is kind of like resin. I don't mind the tiny weeny ones, but I don't want any big bubbles in that whatsoever. Just make sure it's all filled in and just dot 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 dot, tapping it in all the way down. So this is the pinky. Check it from the other side. I've got a big bubble right here which is bugging me, so I'm going to go just along the middle with my little stick and make sure that the gel sinks down into that area. Then I'll check it again and place it on the nail. So I'm going to take our time doing this. This will take a long time, so it's not going to happen. So yeah, there's a couple of small bubbles in there. I'm not worried about those because they're not right on the top of the nail. I'm just going to give them one more poke, and if this is proven to be problematic and I'm just not getting it, I'm going to abandon this idea and use polygel. But it is a bit fiddly. So I've never done these on camera before, but I have had them on once. I did file them back down because I couldn't do anything. I feel like I should have gloves on, but well, I'm going to be doing all my nails, so why would I wear gloves? Luckily, I'm not allergic to any of this stuff. But if you are, then take necessary precautions. I have to say that, I suppose. So yeah, we've got a few little wrinkles and creases in there, but no big bubbles, nothing huge that's going to harm the shape of that nail. We can go over with a little layer afterwards. I'm going to try curing that now and see how we come out. So I just want to place it on the nail, just like that. Make sure that it's in place, like so. Because of how it's set, it doesn't really spill at the back of the nail behind it. That's beautiful. I really love that, and I don't mind those little tiny bubbles because that's just going to add to the effect, as long as they don't affect the shape. Should be alright. So I'm going to sort my crooked pinky out. I'm just going to do a quick flash cure for 10 seconds, just let that get into place, and because it's clear there shouldn't be any problems curing it, which is another reason why I did it. So just like that for the time being. I'm not worried about it at all. I'm just going to leave it like that, and I'm going to move on to the next nail. So that's the pinky done. I'm going to do the pinky on the other hand as well and see how we get on. So nice big blob, because the bigger the blob, the less bubbles you're going to have. You can get most of it in there in one go. So straight down the nail like that, push it right in as firmly as possible, and just bring it up the nail gradually. That's it. This one should be a bit quicker because it's my second one and not the first one. I don't know if I like sitting over here, guys. I think I'm going to have to move back to my other table for my next video because I'm not liking this at all. I moved my nail room round yesterday, and I think I should have kept the camera where it was. But hey ho, that can be done. There we go. So that one was pretty quick, and I think that that's done. So check. Yeah, looks like we've got everything covered. Just make sure that it's in that little bit there. No bubbles. If there is any bubbles, like I said, we can do a bit of an overlay. There we go. So once again, just pop it in place, put it under the lamp for just 10 seconds, just to keep it where it should be. So I'm just going to push it down. Oh. There we go, just like that. So let me just move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. There we are. So I'm just giving that a super quick cure. Leaving it in place like that. And then we'll move on to the next nail. So the next nail is the ring finger. So we're going to get a big glob of this. Oh, it's like working with toffee or hot candy, hot sweets before they're rolled out and made into boiled sweets. That's what this reminds me of. It's just doing its own thing, guys. It's going to be everywhere, this nail, I think. Just gently teasing it down the nail. Maybe I should have used polygel. I'm kind of regretting this now. However, that one seems to have done okay. Get it right to the very end. There's no bubbles. Perfect. Pop that in there, let it soak off. So these little bubbles, I'm not worried about. They're tiny and they're not going to affect anything. So I'm just going to pop this on like so. And some of the bubbles actually go when you put it onto the nail. I want to make sure, I want to make sure that it's straight. It's kind of hard doing this on yourself. Don't get it under that light before it is in place. Otherwise it'll just cure. It's going to get more difficult as time goes on. I'm not the best at the best of times, and I do have some behind, so I'm just going to tidy that up now. Can you see that spilled out underneath? I don't want that anywhere near my skin. Just get a bit of, this is where a pan can knock everything over. A little bit of gel, a little bit of alcohol, sorry, on your brush. Pop it round. Remove that gel. You can even just get a little wipe. Oh, yeah, I've not cured it into place, that's probably why. Okay, so I will be back once I've cleaned it. So guys, after all the mess, and this is not filled completely, I feel the Oak-Tech is too soft. It's too soft to be doing these kind of nails, so I'm going to pop that away. What I want to do is go back to my Gin Beat Clear polygel. It doesn't really matter at this stage because these are going to be painted. So this is all just an experiment. I'm not worried about it. You know, it's stuck on now, so we'll carry on. But I'll be using the Gin Beat IV Poly Clear Gel, which is tried and tested, and it's much easier to use because otherwise this video is just going to be a complete disaster, and you know, I'm not overly happy about how it's turning out at the moment. So let's pop this on first so we can use the squeezy tube. The both thing, I've got a brand new tube ready for the next nail that needs it. I'll just pop this in here if I can get it in. There we go. So this is just to help me get the last bit of polygel out of the tube. So I'm just going to pop a little bit into that one because there isn't enough gel in it. Keep it out of the way of the lamp because it will cure. Just pop the lid back on for a sec. And I'm going to just get some alcohol on my brush and pop it into those gaps. I felt there was too many bubbles. It just wasn't, for me, wasn't working out. So yeah, let's do it this way. So as you can see, straight away it's filling in all the spaces that need to be filled in, and it's going to give that structure to the nail. Because I don't want to be filing these guys at the end. Don't mind going around the cuticle, but the whole point of doing them is that you don't have to finish file. So now I can put that under the lamp and be quite happy with that. So I'm just going to again quickly give it a quick, if I can get my light to work, give it a quick cure under the lamp, just for 10 seconds or so to keep it. Right, so I'm just going to bring my camera back up so we can see everything that's happening. So yeah, so you can see that's curing nicely underneath. I'll do the same with this nail and this nail, which is where we're at the moment. So I love this Gin B polygel. It's really good. It's really nice quality. So next up, let's do the other ring finger. I like to work this way on both hands and keep it even all the way around. It's just how I do it. So again, this is even one-handed look. You just push that and you get enough gel out before you nail. That's enough to be putting on. Maybe a little tiny bit more, but they do take a lot more than normal, these nail forms. But yeah, I guess that's what happens when you have cat claws. But I do have plenty of this, so I'm quite happy to use it today. is taking these off. This one has peened off, which I just couldn't resist. And look at that, it's come off. Perfect, ready to use again. Totally dry, there's no issues with it, there's no polygel in it. It's absolutely fine. The nail itself, we'll see. I'll go over with a layer of hardy gel or something like that over the top of this, just to give that tip a little bit extra strength. But this is the good bit. This is where we get to pop them off. So let's see if I can get these off. So I like to usually start at the side, like so. Just bring that little doodah down, like that, and off it comes. Perfect. Look at that. There's no filing involved, very little just on the edges, maybe a little bit underneath with the nail drill to kind of deal with this part, but other than that, there's very little filing needs to be done. I'm just going to choose a bit that I think might come up. Can't get it off, just move on to the next one. This is very much like peeling your nails off, just make sure you don't do that. Only want to get these off. There we go. Perfect. Another perfect nail. So they've come out really well. I'm really pleased with that. See, so they looked as though there was big bubbles and gaps in them, but there actually wasn't. It's just the way the clear gel's formed, just like resin. Well, I've got a bit on my finger there, so I'm going to just get that off. I didn't notice that had slipped out. Squeezy bit had come out. Oh, it's a little bit sticky. I hate that sticky feeling, don't you guys? Oh, look at these. Wow, I feel like I've got nails again. So yeah, I'm going to do some artwork on these. I don't want to make this a long video, so there'll be a bit of cutting from it. You will notice. So this is a hard gel one. Look how clear that is. That's crystal. I love that. And the polygel one is completely different. But it can't be helped. This was far too messy. There's no way I'd have dealt with that doing 10 nails. I'm just going to wipe those over now with a bit of alcohol. I've got bits of gel that will peel off later. Just keep using alcohol on my hands until I get some cuticle oil or something on them at the end. But yeah. Annoying. So now I'm going to decide what I'm going to put on them. So first of all, we want a base coat because I've just wiped the sticky layer off. But before that, I'm just going to quickly file and clean them up, and then I'll be right back because I'm going to have to have a coffee and have a bit of a break before I do that. All the forms are taken off. I've cleaned up around the cuticles, cleaned up my fingers were so sticky, cleaned the backs of them so they're no longer sticky, and this is the result. So what I'm going to do next is just to fill in any tiny little imperfections that may be in the nail. I'm going to just cover them with this Gin B Jelly Fit. Because I've used Gin B polygel, I'm going to use Gin B base gel over the top, and this is quite a thick gel, but it's not too thick where I'm going to lose the shape of the nail. Can you see? Okay, so I'm just going to quickly go over that, fill in any little bubbles that I might see, any little bits that aren't sitting right on the nail, and just take my time and go over them one by one before we apply any gel paint, because the minute we start decorating them, you're going to really notice those areas, and filing them would alter the shape of the nail, so that's not what I wanted to do. So as you can see, I'm just floating it over that tiny little bubble there, and I'm just going to let that work its way in on its own. So there we go. We could use a Nail Couture Hardy gel, that would be a good one, or you know, another kind of gel that's a builder gel base, you know, anything like that at all would be good. We do need a bit of a base gel at the moment anyway, because we've got to put this under some gel colours. So I'm not decided about what I'm putting on yet. I know I want to do sparkles and glitter and cat eye and all of that, but yeah, which ones? I have no clue. So we'll just see how these turn out. I love these kind of nails where I just don't know what I'm doing. I'll make a decision on the spot. So as you can see, this is leveling out nicely. It's a very good quality gel, so any good quality builder base over the top will compensate for any irregularities or any little dints or anything you can see, and just smooth them out perfectly, like so. It's been really difficult not to file the points down because again that would alter the shape, so very gently just float that over the nail like that, all the way down. And then we're going to cure this in the lamp for 60 seconds. You can see I've got a tiny little bubble just at the base there, and I'm just filling that in as I go down the nail. Very gently, just floaty float. A little blob on there, and just float it down. So I'm not altering that beautiful shape that comes from the nail form. Dual form rather. So just forgives and smooths everything out. And this video was really just to show you the cocoon method. I'm not, you know, I'll come back in a week and I'll pop them off and I'll show you me popping them off. But for now, these are my birthday nails, guys, so let's get something nice on them, something that's so me. So I'm going to pop these under the lamp now for 60 seconds under my big lamp. So next up, once I've got the base coat on, I'm going to, I've got a fluffy. I want to pop some reflective gel on, and this is a Gigi one. I haven't used this before. It's beautiful holographic pink, highly reflective glitter, so let's put some of that on. So as I say, I haven't used this before, so I just want something on that's reflective underneath what I'm going to do next. So this is a beautiful pink, and it's just got multicoloured pieces of glitter in it that when they hit the light they just dance. That's going to be amazing under a flash. So yeah, I like that, so just apply a single coat of that. Just watch me do that if you like. If you're still here, thank you very much for watching this far. I know it's been a long video, but my god guys, these nails are a very considered decision. I would say they've taken me about 3 hours so far and I'm still not done. So yeah, I'm not very happy they've taken too long. They didn't take this long last time. But I suppose when you're doing it on video, it's a bit different. I'm much better nail tech when I'm not doing it on video. Everybody thinks YouTube's easy, don't they? But it isn't. And then I've got probably a whole day's editing tomorrow to get this out to you guys. But yeah, that's the part of the fun of it, isn't it? So that's why we do it. We like it. I like doing it, and I like reaching out to people. And if you've enjoyed it thus far and you've stayed with me, I'm so grateful. I would love it if you would hit that like and subscribe button for me. My camera's gone for a walk. I'm just gonna turn it around again. I'm sorry if you're seasick there. Let you see this colour. It's stunning. Love it. Look at that. Never used that one before. So this is Gigi's off, but all that Jinbei Korean products and CJP and all sorts underneath, and now I've got the cheapest gel you can find. in a beautiful pink reflective, and this is part of a collection which I got a long time ago. I think, well, when I say a long time, we were talking 6 months ago. It was at the very start of when I was getting things together, ready for YouTube, and bought a lot of the gels that now and again you will see behind me. I think I've got about 300, most of Gigi, Born Pretty, gelin, all those kind of makes, just easy and quick. Oh, I like those. You see that, guys? Just one coat. I just want that very, very delicate pink glitter. So 60 seconds in the lamp for those on a full cure. Right, so this time let's do it from the cuticle to halfway up the nail, like that, and just let it fade out. So, fade, fade, fade on its own. And you see, so I've got none on the tip, it only goes so far. So let's do that and see if I can get my cat eye to go where I want it to go. A really strong magnet, and this is not moving as much as I would like, but it's the effect that I wanted. Now that I've done that and popped it in place, I'm going to very quickly just bring that across the end so you can see I've got this nice goldy tip on the end. How stunning is that? Like this. Look. I'll bring this back into the middle, just fade it out. I'm going to do that with all the nails, so they're almost dragon eye. Purely with a cat eye. So nice. It's got every colour in it. Stunning. I love it. Right, so I'm just going to flash cure that. Now that I've found a look that I like. 10 seconds under this lamp. Just like that, just to hold it in place. It's still not cured, but it's just to get us through this nail video. So first up, we just go so far up the nail. I don't want to do the whole nail because I don't like the effect that that gives. So I'm just pushing it up against the cuticle like so. If you go over and it starts to flood, just go down with your liner brush and bring it back down, but you'll find that the claw nails are so easy to paint. Got a little bit of cure gel there. Take it off. Okay. Right. So I'm going to magnetise that. And then I'll do the tip afterwards. Whoa. Okay. Now we're talking. Just get this and just go over the end. Make sure it's all covered. Like that. Let that sit for a second. I don't want it to completely disperse, but then I want to bring this back. Like that. So we've got a bit of effect going on, you can see. Just like the other nail. 10 seconds. And I'll continue that with all 10 fingers, and then I will be back. Coming to the end of fix this design, guys. I've not done the other hand as yet, but I'm going to do that off camera and show you the end result when I'm all finished. I'm just trying to get my camera position so you can see. So these are my claw nails. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to put some more Cocoist ultra glossy non-white top coat gel on top, just to give them some added bling bling and some shine, and then I will show you when the other hand is finished. So this will just give another layer of added strength, although these nails are quite strong. Towards the tips they'll lose that strength, so this is just to kind of gloss them up, bring it all together, level them out, get rid of any imperfections, and finish up. And I'm going to also put some underneath to keep them nice and clean below. So I will be tilting my hand both ways when they're in the lamp for 60 seconds on each side. I love this top gel, it is beautiful, absolutely gorgeous. I'm going to do the underbellies first, just pop some in first, and then I can even out with the top coat a little fluffy. Just do it underneath. This one I think has lost a little bit on the sides. I can kind of fill that in slightly. Can't be out, it's too late to fix it now. If I'd only done this earlier, I may have found that out. But yeah, it's just filing. This is, you can't overfile these nails. Not the shape, girls. You really can't. You mustn't. You have to be very careful in the filing process with these, because you do alter the shape very quickly. They're not so much ruined with top coats though, with coats on top. It's more filing sides. Just be extremely careful. But they are stunning, absolutely stunning nails. I adore these. I don't know how long I have them on, probably just a week, because they aren't easy. And they've not been easy to do. They've really challenged me today. But yeah, I like the more crazy designs, although I'm not quite a goth just yet. I like the cosplay nails, I like something different. I love the Russian edge bridge nails, but I couldn't wear them. The apex is far too high. I've bought them and there's no chance I'll be wearing them. I will tidy up the sides so you can see how it's gone a bit funny on the side. I'll do that later. I'll show you them when they're completed. But yeah, be very careful with the sides when you're filing them. I've found it really, I don't know if it's the polygel or my technique or what I've done wrong there, but it's certainly, I'm not happy with that, how they've gone a bit, you know, I've lost some of the gel on the sides of them. So 60 seconds on each side, and I'll be back to show you the final outcome, and I will finish these nails off camera. Bye guys. So guys, after a very long day filming these nails, I'm supposed to be doing a live tonight, but I don't know when this is going to go out, and the live may have to be postponed due to the girl I was going on with feeling sick. Other than that, I may find someone else to go on with me, but that's the cateye cat claw nails, guys. I hope you like them. These are my birthday anniversary nails and I just adore them. I may well decorate them at some point. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'm going to see how I get on with wearing them. But that's with the cocoon peel off method by Anne, the lovely, beautiful little Anne Elizabeth. And so in a week's time or so, when I go to take them off, I'll be sure to film it for you and show you how easy it is. But these nails are phenomenal. So I'm off to put some cuticle oil on and have a cup of coffee. Have a good day, guys, wherever you are. Enjoy your day. I'm off to enjoy mine. or what's left of it. These have taken me about 4 hours to do today, which is something which I hadn't planned for, but hey ho, you know, look at the results. I absolutely love, love, love. I hope you like them too. If you've enjoyed this long video, I appreciate you being here, but please remember to hit that like and subscribe button and give me a comment, and I'll do my best to answer everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye guys.